Okay, Mr. That's
Sometimes, some people are.
All right.
Thanks for your time.
Dempsey County Court, law number 2 is now in session. The court is in session with the announcement docket. First case that we have on the announcement docket is Jordan Timothy Thomas. Mr. Thomas has 2 cases. First case is cause number M334022 and cause number M334024. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Jordan Timothy Thomas. Mr. Thomas, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Thomas?
Doing good, sir.
That's good. Mr. Thomas, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney John Macy. Attorney Macy, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Your Honor, thanks.
And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Kobe Hallfire. Attorney Hallfire, how are you doing?
Good, Judge. Thank you.
You welcome. Mr. Macy, what is your announcement in Mr. Thomas's cases?
Your Honor, I would ask the court to allow a reset so that I can see if he's eligible or can get approved for pretrial diversion. So one reset should be fine. I'll request it immediately and then they'll let me know.
They only do it, like you said, you only have it.
Every other month, yeah. So we do July, August. Okay, we're gonna set it, since you getting ready to make the application, they probably won't give you they will probably not give you an answer for the next pretrial diversion, which is in August, which is in September. So we're gonna set it for November, second week in November. Hopefully you'll have an answer by then. Give us a date in November.
November or October?
November, because they just had it in July, right?
Just had it, so you got the
So it's every other month,
every other.
July, August, September, and then after that, October, November.
Well, okay, I see.
11/13.
11, okay, so it's November the 13th, 2023. Mr. Thomas, your attorney is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go
Yes, sir.
and you have a blessed day. Okay, Mr. Macy, I think these are the only 2 cases. You're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day. You're welcome.
I didn't even see him anymore.
Mr. Paget, you ready on any one of your cases?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, but Jarvis Ardoin,
Mr. Ardoin, I haven't spoken to, he didn't communicate with me, so.
well, he's, they say he's here.
Okay, well, it's been, we were here last time and you reset the case for him to communicate with me, and I've been unable to reach him since, so I won't say anything else till he comes in.
So, but this is, so if the.
Sorry about that.
Okay. This is cause number M333 402, case to style the state of Texas versus Jarvis Wayne Ardoin III. Mr. Ardoin, is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Ardoin? That's good, Mr. Ardoin. You're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney James Paget. Attorney Paget, how are you doing?
Good morning, I'm doing well, Your Honor.
That's good. Now, Mr. Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Ardoin's
Your Honor, I
case?
don't have an announcement. When we were in here last time, Mr. Ardoin was going to either get another attorney or he was going to come in and communicate with me. He has not done so. Was waiting to hear communication from another attorney. So that's been like 60 days. He's had to contact other attorneys or come in and communicate with me. I've received all the discovery on the case, but it's difficult to review the discovery with Mr. Ardoin. You know where my office is at? Okay. Haven't done by having. Okay. So I really can't get him to understand the serious nature of this case. So I was giving him a chance to maybe come in, maybe communicate with me. But certainly, I believe you had told him that he either needed to get another attorney or he needed to get in and communicate with me. And he said he understood. That was, I think that was what, 30, 45 days ago.
Let's see. Must have been during the announcement on May
Yes, Your
12th.
Honor. And if you look at before that, Your Honor, it's really been like another 30 days before that he wouldn't communicate with me, because when we were in here last time, I told you that the 30 days before I couldn't get him to communicate with me too. So really, he's had about 60 to 80 days to find another attorney to come in and communicate with me.
Yeah, because I guess I'm looking at is that a letter? The announcement? Letter of record. See, you had a letter of representation
Correct.
that was filed on March 9th of 2023.
Yes, Your Honor. Since that date, the communication has been. There has
So
been.
that's about 4 months.
So
Yeah.
I've admonished him how to handle it, what to do. So
So Mr. Ardoin, what are you gonna do? You're gonna talk to him?
well, you
Are you-
pretty hard.
Yeah, he's already hired. He's not, I mean, he's not fired, I mean, or he had withdrawn.
That's exactly right.
So he's still your lawyer. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna give him a short recess so we can
I'll
come
do
back,
everything that I can.
and then we'll see, you come back and let us know.
What'll happen is if I don't hear from him within the next week or so, then I'll go ahead and file a motion to withdraw. Just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, you heard what your attorney just said?
I just don't think he understands the possible consequences. Seems pretty comfortable there. I'd be a little more uncomfortable.
Let me do this here, probable cause information after. I need to, I don't, Miss, Redmond, could you give me some bond conditions? I don't see any bond conditions that we gave him.
I don't believe.
Information complaint. I think, yeah, one time y'all, I think last time y'all appeared by Zoom. That's what it says here.
That's correct, Your Honor. And that's when you had admonished him about.
Thank you.
Okay.
Miss, Redmond, made a copy of this. Here you go. I'm gonna give them a copy of those
Yes, Your Honor.
bond conditions. Now, Mr. Ardoin, I'm going to give you some bond conditions. Now, after I give you bond conditions, your case is gonna be reset. You're going to be given another court. It is imperative that you communicate and stay in contact with your attorney, because he's the person that you hired to represent you here in court on this criminal case.
Okay.
All right. Hmm. Okay. Mr. Could you, we have a stapler? Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Okay, now, Mr. Ordwine, your attorney just handed you a document that is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Code at Law Number 2. You see that title?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go over these bond conditions with you, and it reads as follows. Following the return of a criminal information in County Code at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition? Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol. And the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition? Condition number 3 says that the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim. You understand that condition? Now, condition number 4 does not apply because that only applies in the DWI case. Condition number 5 does apply, and it states as follows. The defendant is prohibited from possession a firearm or ammunition unless the defendant is a peace officer as defined by section 1.07 of the Texas Penal Code, actively engaged in employment as a sworn, full-time paid employee of a state agency or political subdivision. Do you understand that condition? Now, Mr. Ordwine, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, a warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you will be arrested and placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Now, your attorney is going to give you a reset. Once you get a copy of reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Okay?
Mr. Page.
The next person is going to be Leonardo Clarion,
Yes, no, he's right.
and get Villa Gomez as well. You're going to get Caleb Villa Gomez.
Okay, and I'll give them
Oh,
all.
wait. Leo.
9:15
Man, why does that sound so confusing?
for the first.
Morning.
Good morning. Just hold on a minute.
No, that's fine. We're good.
9:15.
This is cause number M334112, case to style the state of Texas versus Leonardo Raul Carrion. Mr. Carrion, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Carrion?
Doing good.
That's good, Mr. Carrion. You represented your case by your attorney, Attorney James Paget. State is represented in this case by Attorney Erica Porter. Attorney Porter, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah. I'm good.
Mr. Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Carrion's case?
Your Honor, we've received all discovery. Ms. Porter was kind enough to give me an offer in court this morning. If you will give us 30 days, the case will be pled, will be disposed of by way of plea.
Okay, could you put it on a plea docket
how sure you'll be disposed of on that date.
We can do August 21st or August 28th.
Which one?
Whatever pleases the court, whichever one you're lighter on, put me in.
Okay, we can do the 20th.
There you have it.
August 21st, okay. Mr. Carrier, your case will be reset to August 21st, 2023. Your attorney is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. Okay.
Thank you, Patrick.
Next case is Kayla Villa Gomez. This is cause number M330816. Case is style of state of Texas. See, she has a new case too. Okay. This case is style of state of Texas versus Kayla Villa Gomez, which is a theft case. And you have a second case. Ms. Villa Gomez. The second case is cause number cause number 23CCCR0455. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Kayla Villa Gomez. Ms. Gomez, is that your full name? Villa Gomez?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Villa Gomez? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Villa Gomez, you're represented in your case by your attorney James Paget. Now, Attorney Paget, I see that your name appears on one case, which is the theft case, and not
Your Honor.
the second case, which is the criminal mischief case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
I haven't seen this young lady since the day she hired me, she disappeared after that. Haven't received any phone calls. I haven't reached her with no success. I wanted to wait. I got notice of this court date, and out of respect for her, I was thinking maybe something was wrong, or there was a reason she wouldn't call me. So I wanted to wait and see her face to face. She won't look at me. All right.
okay, Ms. Villa.
So I wanted to look her face to face, and maybe there's an explanation why she hasn't called or disappeared on me. I would love to help her, and if she doesn't need me to help her, then of course I'll file a motion to withdraw on the case. I haven't seen her in 3-4 months, been a while. November, December, yeah, it's been quite a while. I've done everything in my power to try to communicate with her.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me see.
Of course, I would love to help.
Let me see you. Did she have a, so I see you've been representing her since 2021, is that correct? Mr. Paget, you've been representing her since 2021? That's what I hear. I see a letter here, a letter of representation.
It's been quite a while since
Yeah.
she's been, I mean, you had a warrant for quite a while.
Oh, that's why I see a warrant.
So what happened was she got rearrested,
Okay,
and
okay,
that's why I wanted. to
Okay.
wait and see
okay.
if-
So she was,
The COVID time, I'm sure.
oh, wow, when they wasn't arresting people during that time? Okay.
Just releasing.
Okay. Okay, so Ms. Villa Gomez, this case has been around, of course, we've had COVID. And so this case is in a posture, in a position that is, to be taken care of.
I have all the discovery, by the way.
Right.
So I'd be happy to help her. I mean, I have all the discovery ready to review.
Okay, so what is your announcement?
Well, she has evidently it sounds like she hasn't, everything's okay, nothing bad's gonna happen.
Now, Ms. Villa Gomez, on this new case, are you planning on hiring Mr. Paget or anybody else?
No, don't have anyone before it.
Okay, well, what we might have to do is get her to fill out a affidavit of indigence.
That's fine. My intentions were to speak with her. And
Okay.
of course, if she says she doesn't have the money and is not interested in me helping, then I'll be filing a motion to withdraw. And then we can have a hearing on it at the appropriate time as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying on this new case, she,
You may very well.
I mean, if she's asking for an attorney,
Mhm.
let me do this here. Okay. What we'll do, we'll reset the first case, the one that you're on.
And then if
And-
she contacts me,
yeah.
I'll be happy to help her. And otherwise, we'll
Okay,
have a hearing.
okay. So we're gonna reset the first case. Give him a reset date, the one that Mr. Paget is on.
Split that case.
9:15.
9:15. Is that a good day for you?
It is a good day.
Okay, so that's September
Thank you.
15, 2023. That case will be reset. Mr. Paget is gonna get a copy of the reset. Once he gets a copy of the reset. Now, Mr. Butler,
Deputy Butler.
I need to, there should be some forms on that table. One is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Is that there?
No,
Oh,
no, there's not one of those.
let me do that. Hold on a minute. Look in this tray right here. Is it in this tray? Okay. Jefferson County Court at Law, number 2 is back in session. We have Kayla Villa Gomez. Now, Mr. Paget, you can get your reset. This
Yes.
is the one the case that you're not on.
Okay, no problem, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm trying to find her in. You
Okay, we should have some right there.
know. Okay.
Yeah. Now, Ms. Villa Gomez, this is cause number 23CC-CR 0455. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Kayla Villa Gomez. Ms. Villa Gomez, you have before you a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you see that title? Now, Ms. Villa Gomez, I will go over this document with you, and it states as follows. As a defendant in a criminal case, you have 3 options. Number 1, okay, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option? Okay, everyone, please be quiet. The court is in session. Number 2, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option? What you get is here. Number 3, you may represent yourself. Do you understand that option? Now, if you want an attorney to represent you, you have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset to give you time to do so. If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire an attorney, you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire. Now, that financial questionnaire is the second document there, and I'm gonna go over that with you after we finish going over this document. Now, it says you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. You may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. If you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request counsel from the court. Do you understand that? Now, at the bottom of that document in bold letters, it states defendant's choice. Marking issues next to only one choice. If you desire to have your case reset to hire your own attorney, then you will place your initials on the first line to the left. If you have already hired an attorney to represent you on this case, then you will place your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If you desire to apply for a court-appointed attorney, then you will place your initials on the third line to the left. If you have already been appointed a court-appointed attorney to represent you in this case, then you will place your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. Now, if you desire to waive your right to an attorney or give up your right to an attorney and to represent yourself, then you will place your initials on the fifth line to the left. Now, once you have finished initialing one of the 5 lines, you will sign your name on the line that is titled defendant, and you will date it today's date, and today's date is July 21st of 2023. Do you understand? Okay. Okay, Mr. Butler, could you hand me her form that she just signed and dated? Okay, now, Miss Villa-Gomez, this other document, the second document that you have before you is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. That is the document that I mentioned that it was the financial questionnaire. We're gonna allow you to have a seat at that table. You're gonna fill that document out, the first page, and on the second page, you're gonna read it, wherever your name is to be sign your name and fill out the information near the bottom, in the middle part of that page. And then once you finish, just let us know, then we'll bring you back up and then I'll go over that document with you. Now, if you need any help, just let us know and we'll have someone from our court personnel to help you. Okay? All right, just have a seat at that table. Okay. Mr. Yes, is your client here? Okay. So Miss, yes, that person has an active warrant? Okay. What did you say?
Listed on the corner.
What's on the Connor?
It's,
But she has an AK? Okay. Okay, this is cause number M331936, case of style of state of Texas versus Michael Raven Peterson. Michael Raven Peterson was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. for the court's announcement docket. At about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name of Michael Raven Peterson at the courthouse door. Michael Peterson did not answer. Now, Michael, it says Michael Peterson. She might pronounce it Michelle because this is a female. So you can, Miss Michael Peterson or Michelle Peterson was scheduled to be in court, but did not appear in court and has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 9:58 a.m. on today's date of July 21st of 2023. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Michael Peterson, or she may pronounce it Michelle Peterson? Okay.
Statement from law enforcement.
Okay, well, Michael Peterson's name was just called at the courthouse door. Michelle Peterson's name was just called at the courthouse door by the court's bailiff. No one answered. Michael Peterson has been given a reasonable time to, or Michelle Peterson been given a reasonable time to appear in court and has not appeared in court. State has moved for a bond forfeiture. That motion will be granted. Warrant will be issued for Michael Peterson or Michelle Peterson. And a warrant shall be issued. In this case, cause number M331936.
Okay, so we hold that until the end of the day, so I can see if I can get her here.
Well, we got a bond forfeiture now, but I mean, you can call, state don't have any objections.
Well,
You have any objections?
You'll call it, we'll withdraw it, Judge. but
Okay.
At this point,
The bond is forfeited, right?
like we normally do.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you may be excused. And that person need to make an appearance in person. Okay.
About
Ne-
my next witness, Judge.
Oh,
If they
yeah.
fail, let's, with a Zoom call.
Next case is cause number M334268, case to style the state of Texas versus Hector Hugo Martinez. Mr. Martinez is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Martinez, you can take your mic off of mute.
Okay, Yes, sir.
Mr. Martinez, how are you doing?
good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Martinez, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Jared Gilthorpe, who is also appearing via Zoom. Mr. Gilthorpe, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge.
Mr. Gilthorpe, what is your announcement in Mr. Martinez's case?
Judge, we've been accepted into the pretrial diversion program, and so we would ask a reset to allow him time to get his contract signed.
Okay, do you have a date for his contract signing?
We do not have a date yet. We just have that they haven't scheduled him to sign yet. They've just approved him for the program.
Okay,
So if we could have 90 days, I believe we'll either have a date or have him signed up, one of the two.
okay, give it a second.
November 13th.
Yeah, it's gonna be reset to November 13th.
Oh, I take that back, Judge. We do have a date. August 3rd, he's going to be signing his contract.
Okay, so we're gonna set it the second week in August.
The 14th.
Okay, so it's gonna be reset to August the 14th.
That'll work, Judge. Thank
All
you.
right, all right, you're welcome. Your reset will be sent to you, Mr. Gilthorpe. And Mr. Martinez, stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thanks, sir. You too.
Thank you, Judge. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Sure, we got a call. Like,
We are free, okay.
okay.
Next case is cause number M333712, case of State of Texas versus Margarita Loza. Miss Loza is appearing via Zoom. Miss Loza, you can take your mic off of mute.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Miss Loza?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Miss Loza, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Tom Kelly. Attorney Kelly, how are you doing?
Fine, Judge. Thank you.
That's good. Now, Mr. Kelly, in Miss Loza's case, what is your announcement?
Your Honor, we need a little bit more time before we make our announcement, please. If the court would reset us to its next announcement docket.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me. I had to remove. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Mr. Kelly. Let's see. Let's see. Letter. Okay, use, let's see. Okay, you was just hired in this case in January. Is that correct?
That's right, Judge.
Okay. Now, State, do you have any objections to continuous in this case? Reset.
It's not very old.
Okay. Give us a reset date. Okay, this case will be reset to September 15th. Is that good with your schedule, Mr. Kelly?
Should be just fine, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Loza, your case is reset for announcement on September 15th, 2023. Your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset dates. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go. Thanks for being patient with us, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Kelly, your reset will be sent to you. You're free to go as well. And thanks for being patient with us as well.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a safe
All right.
weekend.
All right. Same to you. You have a blessed day.
I have one more on Zoom too, Your Honor.
Okay.
Aaron.
You say you have. Okay. Next case is cause number M329776. The case is style of State of Texas versus Claire Arrington. Ms. Arrington, you can take your mic off of mute. Ms. Arrington, can you hear me? She must not. Hold on a minute.
Get her real quick. She said, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, she doesn't have, she need to turn her audio on.
Okay, turn it on. I was wondering why she wasn't responding.
Yeah, she needs to turn her audio on. So I can see here it's not on. The other person on the iPad is the same, has the same problem. They just zoomed off. Okay, there it is.
Okay, sorry about that, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, this is
I'll catch you up.
cause number M329776, case of style of State of Texas versus Claire E. Arrington. Ms. Arrington, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Arrington, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, Judge?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Arrington, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Padgett. Mr. Padgett, what is your announcement in Ms. Arrington's case?
This case will be disposed of by way of plea, Your Honor. I'm going to contact Ms. Porter. I'm taking it as her case. We can work this case out. We could have worked it out before, Your Honor. You'll be very proud to know that she successfully completed a drug and alcohol, 30-day drug and alcohol program. So we're really proud of her. And my understanding is she's doing really well. So if we could just set this for a plea certain, and we'll have her appear in person. And then we'll dispose of this case. And I'll reach out to Ms. Porter. I'll send you an email and request an offer.
Okay, now, Ms. Arrington, first of all, give us a reset date.
August 21st.
August 21st? Okay, case is reset to August 21st. Is that good with you?
Well, he has another one on that day.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
She knows me. She knows my schedule.
Okay,
Probably better than me. I was looking.
okay. So, Ms. Arrington, your case is gonna be reset to August 21st, 2023. Your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset date. Stay in contact with your attorney and bondsman. And Mr. Arrington, if I hadn't said it before, the court commends you for getting into the drug and alcohol recovery program and for owning up to the problem that you have, but more than that, but continuing the process, continuing to stay on the road to recovery. And I'm probably mentioned it to you before, the road to recovery is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And so if you know anything about a sprint and marathon is a long race, a sprint is a short race. And in a marathon, you're gonna get tired along the way. But you have people that you can lean on for support. Those people in the recovery program, as well as I'm sure your family members who is also supporting you. Continue to keep up the good work. And again, the court commends you for taking the initiative to take care of the problem that you have. Now, again, your case is reset to August 21st, 2023. This will conclude your case.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Just a reminder that we'll need to appear in person.
Yes, on that day you
Yes,
need.
sir, absolutely.
All right,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. You have a blessed day.
You too.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Court is back in session and calls number 23 CCCR 0455, case style of the state of Texas versus Kayla Villa Gomez. Ms. Villa Gomez, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document? And is this your, well, first of all, Ms. Villa Gomez, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Villa Gomez, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Villa Gomez, you may put your hand down. Now, Ms. Villa Gomez, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Ms. Villa Gomez, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Are these your initials on a line that states you'd like to apply for court-appointed counsel? And I also have another document here. This document is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant Signature. Is this your signature? Now, Ms. Villa Gomez, before you sign and initial these documents that I just showed you, did you read the documents? And did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Villa Gomez, I've read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney in this case. The attorney that will be appointed to represent you is Attorney Nathan Reynolds. Attorney Reynolds will be given information on how to contact you, and you will also be given information on how to contact Mr. Reynolds. Our court coordinator is going to give you that information. Once you get that information from our court coordinator, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Please have a seat at that first chair on the wall.
What about my second court?
Yeah,
The second court.
both of these cases are going to be set on the same date. Okay? Almost like somebody screaming.
Yeah. Maybe they got a heart attack.
Yeah.
Dutchess County Court, law number 2 is back in session in 2 cases. First case is cause number M328-110. Second case is cause number M328-112. Both cases, the style of the state of Texas is John J. Henry. Mr. Henry, would you please come forward?
And Judge, Mr. Henry is legally deaf. He can't hear, but I mean, so if you wouldn't mind just screaming at him.
Okay. Okay. You heard me from way back there and came up. Okay, Mr. Henry, can you hear me what I'm saying?
Would you mind so he can
Do
read?
you read lips? I mean, if not, we may have to reset this case and get him reset this case and get him an interpreter.
Sir, American Sign Language.
Yeah. So somebody,
Your son?
he doesn't know sign language?
I'll just get over here.
Okay, well, let me do this here. Mr. Henry, do you understand? Well,
Constable.
yeah, you can step right there. Okay, now is your name John J. Henry?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Henry, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Henry, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Henry, you may put your hand down. You may put your hand down, Mr. Henry. How are you doing, Mr. Henry?
Sir,
How are you doing?
how old am I?
No, how are you doing? Are you doing all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Henry, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Brevin Jackson. Mr. Jackson, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge. How are you?
Now, Mr. Jackson, do you waive a record in Mr. Henry's case?
Yes, Judge.
Now, Mr. Henry, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, John J. Henry, on or about September 5th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2A. Do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Henry, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead? Which one of them? You gotta either plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
Guilty.
Guilty. All right. Now, Mr. Henry, in cause number cause number M328110, I also have before me, let me open this up.
And I apologize, Judge. I indicated no contest on each of those.
Okay, so you want to change that? And you're gonna have to get him to, is there a change you need to be made on State's Exhibit number 1, page 2? No, you're gonna change the plea form where it says, you're gonna change that, and there's another spot on the misdemeanor plea admonishment. You just hit it twice, you're gonna get to the second page.
Got it. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Henry, I have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
All right. On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials, JH, on this document. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document that is titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The
Yes.
first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I also have before me a document that is, oh, he didn't hear him sign this. Mr. Henry, I have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Henry, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the doc? Did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Henry, are you a citizen of the United States? Are you a citizen of this country?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1?
Yes, sure.
Any objections?
No.
No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Jackson, you have advised and counseled Mr. Henry. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Henry, your attorney, Mr. Jackson, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Henry, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Agreement in exchange for a plea of guilty or no contest, State's agree to recommend 5 days in the Jefferson County Jail and court calls the defendant as credit 4 days, Your Honor. Also, this agreement is to run concurrent with companion case.
Okay. Ms. Redmond, I can't get into the magistrate's warning, locked out. See if I can get a affidavit on. You already got it? All right, thanks. Okay. Mr. Henry, the state is offering that you serve 5 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You will be given credit for the 4 days that you have already served. And you will be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the court cost in this case is $327. Will you be able to pay the court cost of $327?
Yes, sir.
Well, okay. Now, Mr. Henry, do you understand the state's offer?
Excuse me.
Do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Henry, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Henry, we're going to move on to your second case. Just hold on a minute. Let me pull it up. Mr. Henry, your second case is cause number M328112. And in this case, Mr. Henry, I also have a document that is titled information that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. And in this information, it alleges that you, John J. Henry, on or about September 5th of 2020, committed the Class A misdemeanor of possession of a dangerous drug. Mr. Henry, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to discharge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Which one?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Yeah.
Guilty or no? How do you want to plead? Do you plead guilty or no contest?
Oh, guilty, sir.
Guilty. Now, Mr. Henry, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Henry?
You need to change that.
Oh, okay. Okay, now, Mr. Henry, in cause number M328118, I have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments, also states exhibit number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials JH on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. Did
Yes,
you
sir.
place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? Now, okay, I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Henry, before you signed and initialed all of these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Henry? Okay, I'm going to sign these documents. State. You'd like to offer states exhibit number 1?
Yes.
Any objections? No objection. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. And Mr. Jackson, you would advise then counsel Mr. Henry, in this case, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Henry, your attorney, Mr. Jackson, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Henry, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. And I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement in this case?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Plea of guilty and confidence, state to be to recommend 5 days in Jefferson County Jail. And court calls it, but I'm not correct for 4 days. This will provide concurrent with the previous case, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Henry, the state is offering that you serve 5 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You've already served 4 days in the Jefferson County Jail, so you'll be given credit for the 4 days that you've already served. The court cost in this case is $337. Will you be able to pay the $337 court cost?
Yes, sir.
This case will also run concurrent, which means running at the same time with the previous case, cause number M328110. Mr. Henry, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
Do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Henry, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Henry, this will conclude your cases. Mr. Henry, you turn yourself in to the Jefferson County Jail at or before 6 p.m. today.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Henry, you're gonna, give it to her. Mr. Henry, you're gonna stand on the X next to where your attorney was standing, and you're gonna follow the directions of our clerk. Please walk on the other side. You can tell him